What's going on, guys? It's Daz here and welcome back to the channel. And today, guys, I'm finally able to talk about what's been going on over the last while, because obviously on the channel, whether it comes to videos or streaming or even like some of my Instagram and stuff, I've been like very quiet. So I've talked about it on the channel before, and most of you guys will know, but I auditioned for Ireland's Got Talent back in November, I think it was, maybe December, with my dad and my sister. So I mentioned that on the channel before. I've talked about the audition. I think I showed a little bit of the audition and then I linked the clip so that all you guys could go watch it. But what I didn't mention, because I wasn't allowed to, is that we got through. We made it past the audition stage to the live shows. So we were told we were going through to the live shows back in around December, a couple of weeks after the audition, and we weren't allowed to mention that we got through because it's supposed to like build suspense and the public aren't supposed to know what's what, and they basically just have to wait until it airs on TV to find out who made it to the live shows. And thankfully we were actually one of the acts that made it through. I never posted on the channel to say that, which is kind of weird. This is all going. We were shown going through the live shows last Saturday, not 2 days ago but the week before, and then we were actually on the live shows on Monday night. So the live show was on Monday night, on the bank holiday Monday, and I believe it hit around 500,000 viewers live, which is crazy, and it's something that kind of took me a while to get my head around. So what those 500,000 people seeing was 2.5 minutes of our performance, but what they didn't see is the 3 months or more that went into putting that together. Now fortunately we were never going to win. We were kind of just one of those have the crack acts. We were never really there to be like the best act in the world. We were just there to have a laugh. It was nothing that we took too seriously, and it's nothing that anyone else was supposed to take too seriously. It was supposed to give everyone a bit of a giggle, and that was it. So Monday night came along for the live shows and we came 6th in the semi-final, which meant that we went home. So yeah, it all ended there for us technically, but didn't. So if you guys haven't watched Ireland's Got Talent, pretty much there are 2 wild cards that got selected for Saturday night, which is where the judges chose 2 random acts, or 2 acts that they felt deserved to be in the final to come back. Now we absolutely knew we weren't getting selected, that we were never going back, we were never going to be the wild card, that wasn't going to happen, but we were obliged to have our act ready in case we were selected, so we had to keep working on that and getting things ready as if we were going to be in the final on Saturday, even though we knew we weren't. But then Saturday night came along, the final came along, and now it's all over. It's all over. For about 4 months of my life, the only words that myself and my dad and my sister heard were IGT, Ireland's Got Talent, performance, audition, rehearsal. Everything was about that. Reason being, it was potentially this huge thing. And to be fair, it was a big deal to be on the telly, a big deal to do what it was, but didn't end up having the effect that we thought it was going to have in terms of getting work out of it and things like that. Or for me, in terms of growing the YouTube channel and my Instagram and all that sort of stuff. But I think that a lot of that was down to the fact we weren't really showing a whole lot ourselves. I think a lot more of the attention went on to the solo acts as opposed to me, my dad and my sister, and some of the groups. But there was a serious amount of work that went into the last 4 months to make sure we got that right. Just all the rehearsals, getting the mix right, getting the costumes ready and all that sort of stuff. There was a lot of work involved that people didn't, that people don't get to see. Unfortunately, on the night of the semi-final, I actually got the choreography wrong. I think I was so filled with adrenaline. It wasn't nerves. I wasn't in the slightest bit nervous. I don't get nervous on stage or things like that, or in front of the camera. It was all it was pure adrenaline. I was just feeling that moment. I was loving the moment, and I kind of got a little bit lost in it, which is just happens. And for those of you guys who didn't see it, I was playing Beyonce, so I was actually dressed up as a woman. So that was a bit of crack. That was something different, to say the least. I was actually asked afterwards by Michelle Visage if I fancied a career in drag, and I was like, I don't think so, it's not for me. I don't know how many straight drag queens there are, but I imagine it's a limited market anyway. It's definitely not something for me. So the last 4 months kind of took it out of us all, to be honest. And I have to say, to give a bit of shout out to my dad, he kind of took the brunt of it with all the mix and stuff and trying to get the costumes and stuff ready and dealing with everyone. We just had to kind of get the rehearsals right and get the act right and hope that it was good enough to be presented on TV. So as I said, we came 6th in the semi-final, which means we came like a joint 15th or something like that in the whole country. So thousands upon thousands entered, and we came like in the top 15 or so. So we didn't win it, and we didn't get the 50 grand that we were hoping for, but it was an experience nonetheless, and it's something I'll never forget. We were on the 4th season of Ireland's Got Talent, and we made it to the live shows, and that's that in itself is an achievement. So what people didn't know, and actually I only told the producers at the day of the semi-finals, our audition, our first audition, we made that up in the van on the way to the audition. We had the mix made, and we didn't really have anything worked out for it, and we just kind of made it up on the way. It was like a 45-minute drive to get to the audition, and we were just like, right, we'll do this bit here, we'll do that there, and hopefully it works out. And it did. We got a standing ovation and got put through to the live shows, which is just completely bizarre with how little preparation we put into it. Because to be completely honest, we actually didn't really give a shit about it at the very start. When we went for the audition, obviously with the amount of preparation that I just told you about, we didn't care about it. We were just like, we'll go, we'll have a bit of crack, we'll do it. If we don't get through, so be it. If we get through, great. So we really didn't give a shit. And then we got through, and that's when we took it seriously. We took it like, we're like, oh, this is going to be live to 500,000 people. We should probably look at this like it's a real thing. Unfortunately though, with the show, it really panned down to Ireland's Got Family as opposed to Ireland's Got Talent, because all of the groups won their individual nights, and not necessarily because they were the best, but purely because they had more family and friends than the people who were on a solo acts. And I noticed this trend straight away because FKFT were the only group on our night, they won our night. Deftones and RDC were the two groups on Wednesday night, they came first and second. Then on Thursday night you had Exquisite and Atlantic Rhythm, and they came first and second. And then the three groups that made it to the final were RDC, FKFT and Exquisite, and they came first, second and third, which I actually tweeted about and tried to place a bet on because I knew. So I clicked the pattern straight away during the semis, and I went over to place a bet on who would come first, second and third in the final, and they weren't taking bets on that, they were only taking bets on outright winner. So I put the tweet out and I put it on Facebook to prove that I knew what was going to happen, and lo and behold, RDC won, FKFT came second, and where did my light go? And Exquisite came third, exactly as I predicted. But I also had money on RDC to win because I knew the whole of Cork would vote for them and they would win, even though they weren't necessarily the best act. But fair play to them. Don't get me wrong, they were good. I just think that other people deserve to win it more than they did. So it did just come down to Ireland's Got Friends and Family as opposed to Ireland's Got Talent, unfortunately. But all in all, it was just a great experience. Went to meet some great people, some wonderful, talented people, and some really, really nice people too. And it's something that I don't regret doing whatsoever, something that I would love to do again. And something that I will talk about in more detail in 3 months' time, because that's when my contract with Sony expires. We'll get into more detail then. Okay, so guys, I just wanted to let you know what's been going on over the last while, because that literally took up like my entire life. Like I stopped working, I just took all of this time away from work. I stopped doing everything that I love, which is YouTube, Instagram, camera work and editing and all that sort of stuff, and just put it all on the back burner to try and get this right with the hope of going on to win it or to get something out of it. And now, as I said, it's just all over. And it was a really weird come down to it, because I started my week this day last week, Monday, on telly to 500,000 people, and I finished my week on Sunday night playing bingo in a pub in town. So it was really really weird, really drastic change. But anyway guys, now that's all over, I'm hoping to be able to get my life back on track. It's gonna take a little bit of work, but that means I'm hoping to get the channel back on track with videos and streams, and actually start taking pictures again and putting them on my Instagram and all that fun stuff. If you are here watching this video, then I thank you so much for your patience. If you've seen the Ireland's Got Talent semi-final, do let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to who watched it, and if you came here from IGT, then let me know as well, because I'm curious to know if anybody actually came over from that and if it benefited me in any way. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time of your day to watch this video and to listen to me rant. Thank you for your patience and for coming back to the channel. It is much appreciated, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, peace.
No.